as
Maddie
well.
didn't get the big water.
Yeah, she may have to get a ladder to get up to the top of it to get a straw in that thing. But those drink holders do come in handy, I'll tell you that much.
But, I saw Shane go there and give Megan Puckett a big hug. When we were on our break, I was walking outside, and Riley Brewster was over there, had tears in his eyes.
He did, yeah.
Man, that kid had nothing to be ashamed of, none.
That's
whatsoever.
what I told him as well. I told him the same thing. I mean, you know what, to stand there toe-to-toe, side-by-side with Austin Cameron and play the way that you played, I said, you had some great shot making. I said, sometimes it just turns on a dime like that. But, yeah, he was on the phone with somebody there, and I could see he was disappointed. And you know what, I'm glad he's disappointed, but I don't think he has anything to be ashamed of.
He's going to be back. We're going to see this kid
kidding.
For a few years to come, Finn, that's for sure.
No kidding. Well, Austin Cameron earlier took down the juniors title in the purple jersey. Johnny Thomas took down the seniors purple jersey over one Philip Barnett, who is sitting right next to me, who looked at us 2 or 3 times on the way back and forth down the court saying he won't miss.
He wouldn't.
He
played really
fair. Well. But, we will have a women's champion crowned here before all is said and done tonight. And then tomorrow night, 7 o'clock Eastern, 6 o'clock Central. We invite you to join us right back here on Stadium. We will have doubles and singles action, and we look forward to having some great matches there. And you will see names like Austin Cameron again. There's very possibly Maddie McBride again, and some of the names that you saw tonight and that you've seen in previous major broadcasts you will see here on center court. It's what everyone aspires to get to, and we are thrilled to have the best seats in the house and be able to share them with you here on Stadium. So the ladies continue warming up. Our lead official, Frank Ears, will step in here in a moment and give them their final down and backs and then invite them to bring it. Any thoughts on this? Did you you had Amber Fretwell taking the women's division this weekend, but she's not making an appearance in the top 3.
She's not. She's really disappointing to me because you know how good she is. But like I said, any given day, anybody can get hot and win at this game. I mean,
you might be the second most disappointed that she didn't make it
really
to the final.
Like I said, we always talk about new players up on center stage. Brandy Childers, we haven't seen her yet. We've seen her husband take down a loaded field.
Now, I want to say maybe Panama City Beach, were they in co-ed doubles? I think we might have seen them there, but that was when we had to talk about, they had a great feature story on the news about them and their family, and we had it at AmericanCornhole.com. They are a family affair, when it comes, as so many are. When it comes to the ACO. But, to see her on center court and also to be in the queen seat is really quite something. So she comes.
When I tell you, I sat out there and watched a little bit earlier. I had my chair where I could see most of the women's out there. This girl was throwing fire. I'm talking about straight fire against good opponents, too. Well,
and you look at her delivery. I mean, there's that very deliberate arm swing from Maddie McBride, but Brandy comes low. I mean, she's coming almost from mid-calf when she lets it go.
And as Frank tells them, it's the last down and back.
I think he has struck fear into the hearts of no one with his
tone. Kind of scared me there.
Uh-oh.
Oh, maybe start some fear into Brandy.
Maybe that bag.
She's going, who is this guy?
Who's that? Yeah, right, exactly. Who is this person telling me this will be my last down and back when I say it's my last down and back?
Everybody knows who Frank is.
No question. You don't know Cornhole if you don't know Frank. That's for sure. But look at that. She just comes in low and just launches from her calf position. And because she has a lower center of gravity and she's all of about 4 foot.
Yeah, she's not very tall.
4 foot nothing. She can pitch from there. She's got a good arc on the bag, and it really comes in hot. She's got a very, very powerful shot.
If I'm not mistaken, she's playing the same all slides that Shane threw when we saw him take down the Knoxville field.
Yeah, absolutely. These guys from Adairsville, Georgia. She's been playing, I think she said about 3 or 4 years. So the two of them been playing together. And as we mentioned, another family affair.
Yeah, he told me that they had quit for a little while. Now they're back and got their children playing. And she said, he told me, I talked to him out there, and he said she was good back then. Then we took a break and we come back, and now she's a total different player.
Yeah. And, I went back and I was just looking back through on my phone here just a moment ago because I felt like we did see them. They won co-ed doubles in Panama City Beach, and that's the last time we've seen them individually. We've talked about them together, but Bring it!
Bring it, baby. Here we go.
A sitting ovation for Frank.
Yeah.
Here's the cornhole dude.
He gets the same ones I get.
Boy, and that bag comes out low and hot, and it is a low block, and we are starting with defense. Phil,
Yeah.
we're not going to have to
I
wait.
think Maddie, with her airmail, even though she missed that one, I think she'll be glad to
She's
get
not
into a
afraid of it.
shootout.
And I think that's what she's trying to show Brandy right now. You want to do that? Is that how you
Yeah.
want to go? All right, I'll
Here
go up
comes
and
another.
over. Yep. Boom.
No, a little short. No.
It's all right.
She's not mad because
No.
Brandy has nothing unless she wants to shoot the airmail. So it only takes one, and she's got one hanging.
She's got one hanging. She can do it again. Yep. Oh,
She pushes it in, and guess what?
Drop down low.
No harm, no
That's a
foul.
wash. There you go.
4 points each. It's like Russell Tapers used to tell me, they got you blocked. Shoot every one of them because if you make one, you're right
You're
in
good
there.
to go.
Yeah,
If they're sitting in your way, go up and over. And
absolutely.
show them how easy it is to get three.
Yeah.
One in the hole is 3. One on the board is 1. That's it. Cancellation scoring. It doesn't get much simpler than that.
It doesn't.
Thanks again to our friends at Pitfall, our $1,000 Pitfall Challenge, a whole different way to play with your cornhole boards. The packed dice that we use, 3 per team, blue and red. They've been with us all season long. And earlier it was Byron Sisson and David Floyd took the cash home in the $1,000 Pitfall Challenge. Nicely done. Maddie posts the first points on the board there out of the higher seed lane.
And look, Maddie's just 14 years old. You know that?
Yeah.
14 years old. Comes from a great family, too, you know. And just think how good she's going to be in 10 years if she stays with this. Can you imagine?
Well, you know what's going to be interesting, and I didn't think about this until after we left Owensboro and then Knoxville and then, the Bradenton area, again, these last 3 majors. We talked about this a number of times, and we laughed, and we said, guys like Isaac Hurt and players like Maddie who are 14, 15 years old, and we say, if they play their cards right, they better max out because they can only play for another 70 years.
Yeah.
And we joke. But I do wonder, how long will they play?
Yeah.
What else will capture their
Does
attention?
something come up,
What will be the next
some
thing?
boy may walk into her life.
Yep.
You never know.
You don't know, and that's what I wonder, if how much of this young talent who is so much on the cusp of taking over the sport, what else? Because when we were 14, what we thought was the greatest thing in the whole wide world then, when we were 24, not so much.
Yeah.
Will they find what it takes to keep them invested in the game to the level that they are now?
I'm around these 2 girls, her and Caitlin Ham, a lot. Their drive, I think they're here for the duration, to be honest with you. It gets in your blood, Finn, and you go ahead and tell it. If you're not playing cornhole, what are you doing?
You're looking for a place to play
There you
cornhole.
go. I mean, that's just the way it is when it gets in your blood. Maddie's up 7-0 as we're sitting here talking.
Well, I'll tell you this. I want you to mark the date, February 18th, 2022, 9:04 in the p.m., when I made that speculation. So 5 years from now, let's go back and revisit some of these
You
things.
mark it in your book?
I will. I will mark it in the book that will one day be in the ACO Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
But I want to go back 5 years from now and see where some of these names have come and gone.
Yeah.
Boy, there's a second frame in a row where one's just gotten away from her and just taken off the right side. But good recovery.
Yeah. You think nerves could be? She could be a little nervous.
Yeah, there's no question. And she does know, too, that Maddie has the double dipper.
Yeah.
Brandy is in the queen seat. She worked her way through the winner's bracket. So right now they collect their bags, and Maddie's got to win this game and another game to take the women's championship.
When you're not playing and you're seeing all across the country, I watch games from everybody, and it could be a little intimidation the way Maddie's been playing with Brandy, because Maddie has been on fire.
She has.
Everywhere she goes, and people see that, people watch it, people hear it. It's no secret. And
and what's funny is, depending upon where you watch and where they're playing, watching the up and over. That was a nice bag that I think put her bag that was pinched up there. Oh, how about that? Up and over, just going to low push, try to collect, and does not able to do that. So 8 turns to 10. But I love watching, the comments when they're playing for people that don't know them. Who are these two? How old are these two? What is going on with these two? The Kitty girls are definitely making a splash and a ripple effect throughout the cornhole universe, and we're thrilled to have them as part of the ACO family and share their talent and their skill with you here on Stadium.
Yeah, I got them to shoot a little promo for me the other day for me and you, Finn. The Kitty girls, they were at regional I was at, and they're just great people. And I'll tell you, Brandy's got an opening here. Let's see if she can grab some points and get back in this game.
Oh boy, an opportunity missed right there, to be sure, because you're not going to let Maddie.
No. There she is. Now she's off. She's off that zero, off that goose egg.
That's a big deal psychologically, although she is kind of shuffling her way down here to post that deuce, and doesn't have that same pep in her step that she had when she was warming up. But I think that might be just what it takes to get her head back where she wants to.
Shake those nerves and get going here.
Take that first bag back, and is she going
down
to
the
play
pipe.
offense? Yes, she is. And I think she started the game playing.
I think she's just a fire away. She likes to go right in the hole. Oh, and Maddie's back kicked a little bit.
So we're going to block that to the low left.
Oh, she tried to slide in.
She does, doesn't she? In the collection.
Oh.
Now the low block.
Yeah.
And she's going to push.
I think Maddie just gives up two right here and is happy.
She's going to shoot it? I think she shoots it.
I think she gives up two right here, Finn.
She's going to shoot it. Watch. Just like I thought she was going to lay low and give up the two.
Absolutely.
I really did think with her airmail that she would go ahead, because she was firing early. Remember when those bags were laying low, she said, all right, I'll show you what an airmail looks like coming out of this hand. And I thought for sure she would.
Now, that's a shot Austin Cameron probably would have thrown one about 72 miles an hour, about
question.
3 foot off the hole and try to loosen those bags.
Yeah, we might have had to replace the board.
If I try to throw one 72 miles an hour, my shoulder goes with it.
The only time I'm ever going to get a bag to 72 miles an hour is if I have some in my car and I'm going 72 miles an hour.
You're pulling it.
All right, so a little bit off to the right-hand side, and it looks like you're just going to do a little build-up here.
Yeah, I think Maddie will take that, and she'll probably shoot the next two.
Yeah. Leaves Megan with an interesting or Brandy, I'm sorry, with an interesting choice.
Oh, she goes up and
she did. Good for her.
Yeah.
Good for her. 10-6, that's not insurmountable. Oh, there it is. You called it. There it was. She's going to go up again. Oh, boy.
Big round for Maddie.
Oh, and she gets it. She gets dropped. Two down underneath, so she's going to be putting an 8 on 4.
5 spot. 15-6. I saw Maddie get a little excited about that. She did a little double fist bump when she was walking down there.
She did. I was not able to see the way they were stacked up there. I thought she'd put up the 4th spot, but boy, there's the nerves right there. But you know what? She's got the rest of this game to wash it out of her
does,
system.
and get rid of it and come back on the next one. And look at that bag.
She's going to come in low and hard and try to take that one. She'll finish that one out here. I think she should get that on a low push. She's coming in low, coming in hard.
3 points for Maddie, 18.
Nicely collected, though, and minimized the damage there. So 18 on 6. Again, our women's championship here in Augusta, Georgia. We are just, as I like to say, a 4-iron and an airmail away from Augusta National.
I'm going to try to go find that place tomorrow.
I went and found it today, and I'll show you the pictures of the
they wouldn't let you in, would they?
I'll show you 2 pictures I took, one of the guardhouse and one of the last thing I saw before he turned me around and told me to scram.
The guy pulling the gun on you?
No, he was very nice, actually. He's a good guy. I pulled up behind a giant service delivery truck, and I pulled up behind it. The guy walks out, and I could see in his face he knew what I was going to say.
Yeah.
I said, is there any place I can go in here to just take some pictures or maybe buy a hat? He goes, nope, sorry. I said, how many times you get asked that every day? He goes, a lot. He was very nice. I should have taken a picture of the exit sign that I circled around and went right back out. But it is one of those places, Augusta National, and there's another one for Maddie. Another one, Maddie's going to pick up that one. But it's one of those places where if you didn't know it was there, you wouldn't know it was there.
Yeah.
I mean, when I drove up on it, I thought, what? And I had always heard that, but it's like the Kennedy compound. You don't know you're in it till you're in it. It's crazy. But man, oh man, what a storied history. And I'll tell you what, the fight for the green jacket goes on there. The fight for the green jersey goes on right here in center court. And throughout the season, the player of the season in every division earns a green jersey here in the ACO.
Oh, and Maddie she needs to close this out right here. That's good.
Yeah. She looks like she's...
No, she tried to go for the drag.
She tried to get the drag, but she's just going to let... Anna do it again. No, and she gets it in.
And that's one game.
All right, that's going to do it. Game number 1 under her belt. Maddie McBride, who needs to double dip Brandy Childers, who was in the queen seat. The reset, okay to reset. 21-6 is the final there, and that was a hard-fought 6.
Yeah, it was.
Right there, it really was. It took a lot longer for that 6 to become poison.
It seemed like the game was a lot closer than that.
It really did.
It did.
It really did, but Maddie does have to get this second win now as the two will continue, and I don't think they will have it down and back. I think they're just going to get ready to fire, and game number 2 will be underway.
Yeah, I think Maddie's a higher seed, and I think she didn't know that last game. And
yeah, because I think
Brandy
led.
Yeah,
right. She led. I think because she was in the queen seat, she felt that she had the lead on that. But
the higher seed. And no harm, no foul. I think Maddie's if she can throw the same she threw last time, she'd be glad to let her go first.
Something interesting, too, that I've noticed over the last couple of tournaments, and you may be noticing at home if you've been watching the last couple on Stadium, no blood, no foul there to get out the first frame. But how many times we've seen bags that look so much like one another on the board that it's tough to discern, but we're seeing a lot more of these tie-dye. Now, you can tell spring is coming. The brighter colors, the tie-dyes, the different things like that.
And did get a chance to ask Austin Cameron what kind of bags he was throwing. He said they're the All Slides 2.
Yep.
And they were really colorful.
Yes, they were. Maybe it was in honor of the azaleas in bloom for the Masters.
Yeah, maybe
that's
so.
what it was.
Maybe so.
Nicely collected there. Now with Brandy is trying to work that bag maybe back into play, but I don't know that it's going to happen right now. She's going to have to come
step out and get around with 2 bags here.
Low and hard, but there's not much chance she's not going to take Maddie's bag with her. Oh, well.
No, still same result.
Yeah, sure. If her plan was to get both of hers in, that Maddie's would have gone with it. So, you know what, at that point, just giving up the deuce and staying on the board.
And Brandy's playing out of Roman Cornhole, and they're following. There's a lot of them over there watching.
Yeah, there are.
They have a big following, big group, bunch of nice folks, too.
Awfully subdued.
Yeah,
honestly.
they're really
for as
quiet
many
in
of them
here.
as are over there. And it is funny because earlier in the day during the big blind draw, it was like a Happy Gilmore 18th hole.
Yeah, they were doing a little tailgating outside, and they brought it in here.
It's all right. It's a tailgate sport, as you and Boogie mentioned. Boy, and that's
how I got started, Finn, tailgating.
Yep, that's exactly right. Boy, that dirty bag right there has just become an unfortunate signature of what she's been up against here.
Oh, nice
and then she comes back and fires gold.
She gave up 3, but she almost got that down to a 1. That was a really nice shot right there.
It was.
The bag just held on for dear life, as I like to say.
Mm-hmm. Her best moment, she was telling me, because Tammy Williams is here. In fact, she's sitting center court on the opposite side of center court here. Playing Tammy Williams and beating her 21-0. That's her favorite.
I tried not to. I didn't want to bring up that score. That just happened today.
Oh, was it today?
I was trying to be very quiet about it. That's when you heard me say she was.
I didn't know that. Was it today?
It was just today.
Hey, can we rewind this and fix that in post?
We need to edit out Finn.
Well, maybe that's why she's got the look on her face that she's got over there. But
Maddie told me we always ask them who they'd like to play against, and Maddie says Austin Cameron, and now they're partners in the co. And we're going to see her right back up after this match.
I'll tell you what. Somebody's gonna have to get a fire extinguisher in here, I think, for those bags.
Oh,
it could be the fastest game you've ever
no
seen.
lie, man. They're gonna be making some shots, and they're going against our favorite team, the Fretwells. So
one of the favorites.
Absolutely.
I know you're absolutely looking for Amber to probably be right here on center court for this women's final, but we will see the Fretwells before all is said and done. Before we wrap things up tonight. Here on Stadium, there's another dirty bag. I tell you, you just can't have that against Maddie. You can't
Maddie's going to take full advantage of that most of the time. And like I tell you, as a player, that is your worst nightmare when you leave one that short right there. Nice bag there by Maddie.
That early, she's going to try to collect and does not. So it's going to be a 5 spots. The dozen on the egg. That makes perfect sense, I suppose.
Yeah. All of a sudden, 12-0.
But as soon as we say something like that, guess what happens? 13-12.
Yeah.
So
we know. We've seen it a bunch of times, that's for sure.
And you probably, if you've watched us here before, you've said, you guys say that
every
time.
But
you know why? Because it happens all the time.
Yeah. Maddie's favorite player, an ACO player, is Caitlin Ham. And I'm sure if you looked at Caitlin's bio, hers probably the same thing.
Caitlin Ham, she's her favorite player, too.
Caitlin's my favorite player, too, by the way. I love Caitlin Ham.
Oh, nice bag right there.
That was a good bag.
Oh, and that might have been just enough to open the door there. Can she get down there alone?
Yeah, nice. Very nice.
Good bag.
Maddie went after that bag. Sometimes that was hard to get.
Good opportunity here.
Nice. There you go.
Well done. There, we're starting to hear.
Now we hear the Roman people come up. They woke up.
Friends, Romans, countrymen start making some noise.
7.
You don't see a crooked number like that come up on center court very often. That is absolutely the truth. But, you heard from the Roman cornhole folks. And I do love it that, Brandy talks about, playing with her husband. And the reason she really got motivated to get into this was she started playing and he said she wasn't good enough. And that's when she started practicing more.
I don't know if I'd ever tell my wife that.
God, Lord, no.
Now, my wife will tell you she's not good enough, but I'm not going to tell her that. I said, honey, you're real good. Real good.
All right. So these two getting a little more.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. And there it is.
And Brandy just goes, thank you, man. She look over to the corner. Oh, thank you.
She looking back off into nowhere land over her right shoulder. I don't know what she was looking at just then, Brandy, but she did slow the pace down just a little bit to try to get her groove back and just a little strong. And
man,
boy,
that's a dirty bag.
Yeah,
grabs a penny, but
she gets the single to go to the baker's dozen. But I'll tell you, that's not what she was hoping to finish off there. But you know what? Every frame, when you get that opportunity, you have one go off the side like that or you want pushed off the back, you got to be thankful for a chance to continue and only give up the single digit.
Yeah, and if you're Maddie, you don't get 2. You're lucky enough to get 1. So.
Good bag.
Good,
right there.
good. Yeah, that's a good bag by Maddie, too. Yeah. Good bag, Maddie. See if Brandy can finish off here. There's the 4-bagger by Maddie.
Yeah.
And she's going to pick up 2.
She'll pick up a couple there.
15-7. Maddie McBride has been in full charge of both of these matches.
Absolutely. Won the first of the matches 21-6. Has to double dip to take Brandy Childers out of the queen seat and win the women's purple jersey and championship here for the Augusta Major. Augusta, Georgia. Here we're thrilled to be at the Columbia City Exhibition Center.
Columbia County Exhibition Center.
What's that?
Columbia County.
Yeah, Columbia.
I caught you, didn't I?
I was messing with you.
I know you were.
Just making sure.
You wanted to make sure I caught you that time, right?
I made my note here because I'm used to saying convention center, so exhibition center. You'd think that a guy that knows a little something about exhibitionism would know better, but
Maddie finishes it off.
Yeah.
That's going to be 5.
Oh, boy, that's going to put her right up there on the cusp.
20-7.
Columbia County Exhibition Center. And honestly, the folks here in Augusta every year, it's just such a great experience to be back here. And I think we may have to get them to build another extra room on the back side of this exhibition center because we have about exhibited wall-to-wall cornhole as much as we can.
This is my 3rd year here, too, and I love coming down here. I promise you. It's always been a good experience for me. Oh, and Brandy, she really needed that bag to go in right there.
She sure did because Maddie gave her the opportunity. Now she's just going to dial it in and fire. Take advantage of that open hole.
She's going to put some pressure on her right here, so Brandy must go in.
She's got to get it in there.
And she does,
and
there's
she
our
doesn't. That's going to do
champion.
it. Well, I will tell you this. Brandy Childers started in the queen seat and should be very proud of her effort that got her through the winner's bracket to get to that point. But how about Maddie McBride, and a name that you're going to be hearing again here in just a couple of minutes. We're going to have her come on over. We're going to have her here up for the co-ed finals with her partner Austin Cameron. So we're going to be talking with her about that. And I'll tell you what, as the Fretwells get out and they start getting warmed up, we're going to welcome. I'll tell you what, you're almost in this booth as much as me or Philip is now these days. Pretty exciting stuff. Nicely done. Purple jersey. How many purple jerseys you have now?
Well, this will be my my third one, including last season. But this is my first one this season. All
right, good for you. I didn't realize that. I would have thought that based on everything we were talking about with you that this. Now that I think about it, you're right. So good for you. Nicely done. And then my understanding is the guy that you most wanted to play against is now going to be your co-ed partner. So the two of you have struck fear into the hearts of pretty much everybody up and down the bracket. Are you ready for this final?
I'm ready.
All right, so what is it about Austin's game that you like so much that makes you want to be a partner with him, other than the fact that he just destroys everybody in his path?
If he has a bad round, he doesn't get down.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like a lot of players get down on themselves whenever they have like a big round, and he doesn't do that a lot. He doesn't do that. I mean, Spencer is my regular co-partner, and he doesn't do that either. That's why I like playing with him.
Well, and I'll tell you something. That is something that is a sign of maturity, and I think you and Caitlin certainly show lots of signs of maturity at you're 14.
Yes.
14, and the signs of maturity that you've shown over the course of particularly the last 6 months to a year over this season. The Kitty girls, congratulations to racking up another victory for yourselves. And we saw you a couple of weeks ago take down a pretty formidable team elsewhere in the country, and nicely done on that as well. I'll let you get out there and stay warm, and I want to get you out of your groove. Good luck in the co-ed finals, and congratulations. Outstanding. All right. Well, Maddie McBride, she did what needed to be done. She and she had double-dipped Brandy Childers. She came out of the elimination bracket, and she is now our women's champion for the Augusta ACO Major.
ACO, we are Cornhole.